New York Knicks, baby. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. Your 2026 NBA champions. And I can't believe I'm saying it. It still feels so surreal for us Knicks fans that have been through, especially the last, really right before COVID, those last 10 years, like 2013 on, that was such a brutal stretch. So to be where we are now is kind of surreal and taking it all in. So figured I would get on here. My name is Sean Wiedl. I do content on the NBA, NFL, specifically focusing when I want to on the Jets and Knicks, my two favorite teams, and the perfect time to be doing that with the Knicks. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of my chest. Got to get used to this mirrored image here, but yeah, New York Knicks, your finals champion. So excited about that. So I got a few things to share and kind of go over my thoughts on the finals and stats and things like that. Just different narratives. So we'll hop right into it. So the first thing I really wanted to get into is, if you want to check this out. This is from NBA.com. Really cool stats page that kind of shows you the breakdown of what went down in the finals here. So on the left side of the screen, you have the average points, rebounds, assists, all the major stat categories. If we go down the line, you can see Spurs were averaging 102 in the series, Knicks 104.4. Really tight series when it comes to how many points were scored overall. And you look at the numbers down the line, it was pretty tight. But as you saw, anyone that watched the series knows that the Knicks just showed a bigger will to win, grit, toughness. I think before the series, one of my main points was that, these are a bunch of 28, 29-year-olds going up against a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds. I think that's a huge piece when you're looking at something like this that honestly was overlooked. You're going to have a heavy favorite coming in when really the youth is just it's a huge factor, and we saw that on display. So as a Knicks fan, I saw it coming. Hate to say I told you so. Everyone hates the sports guy who does that, but anyway. But yeah, so those numbers are pretty even down the line. But then you look over here on the right side. I think this is a cool graphic showing you the stats leader and all the major stats. So you got 3.6 blocks for Victor Wembanyama per game. That's pretty crazy. This guy's a freak. Then you got assists. Josh Hart led the Knicks actually with only 4.6 per game. De'Aaron Fox with 6 a game. Oh, and I glossed right over OG with 1.4 blocks a game. Though obviously he was huge. Rebounds, it was Vic and Cat all the way. And then points, you got Victor Wembanyama and Jalen Brunson. Obviously, Jalen Brunson came out on top, scoring the most points in the entire finals. But I just thought that was cool. And then if you come down here and check this out, you have a really cool shot chart that shows you all the hot zones and where the hot shooting was from. And let's look at Jalen Brunson. Look at that. So you could turn the different players on and off. That's pretty cool. Wow, Mikal. Green. Let's look at it. Red. Anyway, yeah, really, really neat here, and you were a fool if you didn't put a most points scored in the finals bet on Jalen Brunson, because that was plus money before the series. That is crazy. That should not have been a thing. So anyway, just a great series. Really a lot of defensive play, I thought. A lot of games were just like, man, neither team can get it going on offense. It felt like a little bit of a slog, but that's because you got a 7'5" alien roaming the center on one side, and then the other side was just shutting down a young Spurs core. So it really, those games are crazy. The 30-point comeback, seemed like every win, the Knicks were coming back from 12-15. And to win what was it, 14 out of 15 games, 10 the season, or 15 out of 16. Yeah, 15 out of 16. Crazy stuff. So just surreal. I don't really know how to get into it anymore. I'll be doing more videos on more in-depth analysis here, but figured I'd get this one up to show everyone. And then I thought this was interesting. Came right out. ESPN's always looking ahead. They can never stay on the story and let it breathe. It's like on night 2 of the draft, the NFL draft, they'll be posting, the way too early next year's mock. And that's kind of the vibe of this one. But I thought it was interesting, so I pulled it up. You got the New York Knicks as not the first, not the second, not the third, the 4th favorite to win the finals next year. So Knicks fans, not surprised by this at all, I'm sure. Used to getting disrespected no matter what happens on the court. But they are at plus 650, so still really good odds to win the finals next year. But yeah, you got the Spurs, Thunder, and Celtics have better odds, which, how many times do the Knicks got to teach those Celtics a lesson? Last 2 years, clearly the better team the last 2 years. So interesting that they have better odds, really banking on Tatum, Brown playing at a high level like they did that one year. Not sure it's going to happen, to be honest. I could see some drama unfolding in Boston. And then, yeah, I think the real competitors are the Spurs and the Thunder. I think they got that right. Don't sleep on the Hawks. Look out for the Hawks, I'd say too, because it is crazy that the Hawks got 2 games from the Knicks. Really kind of impressive. So anyway, thought that was interesting. And then I absolutely got to shout out postingandtoasting.com. It's a blog I've been going to forever. Similar, it's an SB Nation blog, similar to Gangrene Nation for the Jets. Go to that one all the time too. Used to be the comments used to go crazy on these sites. Not so much anymore. I'll just go by to read the articles. I won't comment and stick around in the comment section anymore. But man, it just feels so good to go back to this and think about all the years I spent on this site looking at, Damian Dotson stats and, if Frank Ntilikina can develop this, who's going to be the starting point guard. Is it Jared Jack? Is it Ramon Sessions? We had some crazy years. So just really happy to have something like this happen. And it just feels so surreal, man, to be able to go to the site and see, this kind of sarcastic headline. Everyone knows we're going to do it. It's done. Yeah. And it's talking about Jalen Brunson. Where else could you start when you're telling the story of the Knicks? It's all about Jalen Brunson coming here, being the superstar of this team, leading this team, recruiting his Villanova teammates. Well, they all got traded here, but just awesome what chemistry, friendship, teammate, good team chemistry can do. And it was on display. The whole world got to see it. They doubted the Knicks. They continued to doubt them, said they weren't talented enough, said they weren't up to the challenge, can't compete with Detroit, who couldn't even get out of the second round, can't compete with Boston, who couldn't even get out of the first round, and took care of every opponent they came across. The Sixers, who took down the Celtics, sweep. Easy. It couldn't have been any easier. Cavaliers, here comes the challenge. Wrong. I'm convinced the Celtics or the Pistons would have got swept. And there's no evidence to the contrary. You can cry about it all you want, Celtics fans. You can cry about it all you want, Pistons fans. The reality is, it's just as likely that a sweep would have happened, that the Knicks would have swept you, as any other outcome. So, as actually a lot more likely, because they were sweeping everybody. And then everyone said, well, they came across a real team finally in the finals. Here it comes. They lost 1 game with horrific refereeing through most of those games. Lost 1 game by 4 points or so. Just a dominant team. One of the best playoff runs of all time. And they're not going to hear the end of it from Knicks fans like me. They know it too. That's why they're pissed right now, because this finals is going to live on forever. And the worst part is for them, they think it's over, right? Oh, the Knicks got one. I'm pissed. I got to hear about this. We're coming next year. This team's not going anywhere. This team's together. no, we'll see what happens with Mitch with some of these guys, but for the most part, you're going to see Bridges, you're going to see Cat, you're sure as hell going to see Brunson, Hart, right? OG. These guys are under contract, so this is a huge, huge deal. Just super excited about the future of the Knicks. And I will just scroll down here just to show the old school vibes that used to go down in these posting and toasting comments. And look, these guys are still out here doing it. So crazy. I even recognize some of the names right off the bat. But man, yeah, they're talking about crying. I spent all last night, late last night and early this morning, looking at all the Instagram videos, reliving it all, listening to Jalen and Rick and OG, Cat, everybody, and just crying my eyes out. Couldn't believe it. So yeah, just like this comment says, still in disbelief. I mean, it's just one of the best sports moments of my life. Easily one of the best sports moments of my life, if not the best. Um, it's what we do this for. I mean, I can't believe I put so much time and energy into being a Knicks fan, scouring the blogs, doing whatever I could as technology caught up and Twitter became more of a space. And, it's become really fun to be a fan online. That's something that the next generation has that, when I was first getting into sports as a young kid, you didn't really have that community online. So it's so cool to be able to communicate and share this with everybody because I am in Florida, so I'm far away from the city. I can't get out in the streets. I see the videos though, and so jealous. But like my friend Kenny said, I think I think maybe we'll go to the celebrations next year. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to pull that up. I mean, I just can't say enough. I'm so proud of the guys. I want to give a huge shout out to Mitchell Robinson. That's one guy that I feel like, if you're giving flowers, he's got to get his. The longest tenured Nick, put his heart and soul on the line. Didn't care about the optics of what he shoot 30-something% from the line in the playoffs, but he's such a force that you keep him out there anyway. They do the hack and Mitch. It doesn't matter. We're coming back. We're taking care of business. So for him to grab that rebound at the end of the game, that's what he does. Winning plays. People don't see it a lot with Mitch. People that don't, watch the Knicks and worship the Knicks, but those of us that do know, Mitch is the man. That's the Black Ness monster. I mean, this guy is, he's a force down there, and he shook up Wemby. You got to give him credit there too. Wemby's obviously an offensive force, and he can score on anyone. But I mean, Mitchell Robinson is as good as it gets there. So super proud of Mitch. Also, I got to shout out Deuce too. He's been around on the Knicks for a long time. Did not have a good series at all, but we all know what it is with Deuce. He's our guy, our backup PG, right? So all love to him, and it seemed like it was good vibes with him anyway. With Alvarado taking minutes, and so I'm just super happy for these kids, man. Obviously, the Villanova guys, they're champions. They came in as champions. They brought that mentality here, and brought us to that level, I think. And then Cat proving all the haters wrong. Just feels it's got to feel so good for Cat. I think you're crazy if you don't think so. I mean, like the amount of clowning that this guy has received. He's an NBA champion. Can't take that away from him. So just awesome. I don't know what to say. And then, on top of it all, OG Anunoby, could have been the MVP if Brunson doesn't go off for 45, which I told everyone at the gym playing basketball yesterday, that's what's coming. You're going to get a Brunson game. I tweeted it at the start of the fourth quarter too. I said, we need Brunson to do a God mode takeover. And that he did. 15 points, scoring on Wemby, doing everything he had to do down the stretch. Just so awesome to see, and it's just so surreal. So we're going to be living this high for a while. I'm going to be making these videos. I'm sure this was a rambling, not well organized first video, but I'm putting it up anyway. This is what I'm going to start doing, and I'm going to learn from each one I do. Super happy to be here doing it, and Can't wait for the next one. All right, guys. Again, I'm Sean. I'm a sports guy just like you, or a sports gal, whatever you are. But happy to talk sports with anybody. So feel free to comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to start doing everything on this channel to the best of my ability. This is day one. So buckle in. All right. Take care.